She wore a red hood, carried a basket of goodies, and had no idea a sneaky wolf was watching her every step. Once upon a time, in a quiet little village nestled between the woods and the hills, there lived a sweet young girl who always wore a bright red cloak with a hood. Everyone in town called her Little Red Riding Hood. One sunny morning, her mother called her into the kitchen. "Grandma's feeling poorly today," she said. "Take this basket of warm bread and sweet jam to her house in the forest. But remember, don't talk to strangers and stay on the path." Red Riding Hood nodded, gave her mother a hug, and skipped off down the forest trail, humming a cheerful tune. But what she didn't know was that someone was already in the forest. Someone with sharp ears, sharp teeth, and even sharper plans. It was the big bad wolf. He crept out from behind a tree and said in a smooth, sly voice, "Well, hello there, little girl. Where are you going on such a fine day?" Red Riding Hood, forgetting her mother's warning, politely replied, "To my grandmother's house by the big oak tree." The wolf grinned. A wicked plan formed in his mind. "How lovely! Don't let me keep you," he said, and whoosh. He dashed through the woods, taking a shortcut to Grandma's house. When the wolf arrived, he knocked on the door with his furry paw. "Who's there?" called Grandma. "It's me, Red Riding Hood." The wolf answered in a high, squeaky voice. Grandma, thinking it was her granddaughter, opened the door, and the wolf leapt inside. Don't worry, this story's not too scary. The wolf didn't eat Grandma. He just popped her into the closet and put on her nightcap, jumping into bed with a big toothy smile. Moments later, Red Riding Hood arrived. She stepped into the cozy cottage and stared at Grandma lying in bed. Something was off. "Grandmother, what big ears you have," she said. "All the better to hear you with, my dear," growled the wolf. "And what big eyes you have. All the better to see you with. And what big teeth you have. All the better to eat you with." Just then, bang! The door burst open. A kind woodcutter who had been nearby rushed in. "Get away from that little girl," he shouted. The wolf sprang from the bed, but the woodcutter chased him away deep into the woods, never to be seen again. Red Riding Hood opened the closet and gave Grandma a big hug. They laughed, shared the goodies from the basket, and promised to always be careful in the woods. And from that day on, Little Red Riding Hood never talked to strangers again. And that's the tale of the girl in the red hood, the basket of goodies, and the sneaky wolf who learned not to mess with brave hearts and kind helpers.